here in Maryland on 68. I just got me a nice little inspection. Luckily, he didn't pull me into the bay. I guess he looked and seen I had new brakes and new brake chambers on, and just done a walk around, had me check everything and do a leak down test for the air. Had me pump the brakes. So got a clean bill of health. Whew! And no matter how many of these inspections you go through in your life, you're always scared to death. Me, myself, over my career, I've probably had 25 of them, and every one of them is like the first one. But yeah, we'll come back here in a little bit and tap on this. So I need to get this camera out of the off the dash. I don't want to give them any reason to pull me back in. And for the Maryland State Patrol, I gotta say, man, much respect. Nothing but courtesy and respect from the officer. So kudos for that. Anyways, guys, we'll see you in that next video. Oh, wait, no. We will see you in a little bit to recap on this. All right, I gotta go back through here, so I'll take you down. Maybe I won't get seen doing this. But he did say, I asked him, I said, look at the sign out there. Oh, there it is. I did ask him, I said, am I about out of these hills? And he said, well, you got about 2 more counties of hills. He said, you're about to go down a steep grade, because I told him, I said, this is the first time I've been on this stretch of highway. And he said, well, he said, just watch your speed, 45, so gear low. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I got 40,000 in a box. Of course I'm gonna go slow. But yeah, he said I'm about out of the hills, so. All right, guys, we're here. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. And I want to talk about the importance of pre-tripping your truck. I've been really amazed by the amount of people that don't pre-trip their trucks. And hugely because a lot of those same people say, I post-trip or I mid-trip or whatever the case. And you guys just seen the importance and reason why you should pre-trip your truck. Now, we don't on a regular get inspected level 1, 2, or 3 all the time, but when it happens when you don't expect it. And once you find yourself slipping and not doing an inspection or a pre-trip, then the DOT is going to say, hey, pull around to the back, let's see if we can get you inspected and get you on down the road. So the thing here is, I've had, with this truck alone, I think I've had 3 different trailer tires in one tractor that was low, to the point where it was basically flat. It hadn't broken off the bead, but it was flat enough that it didn't have no more than 10 or 20 pounds of pressure in it. Given if I would have took off driving down the road, that tire would have broken the bead, and more than likely the tire would have came apart, and I would have had a tire to replace. Tractor, $450 tire, trailer, $350 tire. But the times that I found those tires low like that and flat like that, still on the bead, had been when I pre-tripped. And I was able to get it fixed. Even the time, I keep an air line on the truck. It hooks up to the glad hand, and I can use the truck's compressor to air the tires back up, and that's a lifesaver. I've also got plugs. That's a lifesaver. But not once have I ruined a tire because I failed to not pre-trip and check all my tires. And that is, I can't explain to you how many people that happens to, that they don't pre-trip their truck, and they get down the road and they wonder why they're sitting on the side of the road and all they have left of the tire is sidewalls. And that trip with a shop to come out there on the side of the road, it's not very cheap. But more importantly from that, the importance of pre-tripping is just like I just wrote through that inspection. I, no kidding, was there 5 minutes. Initially the sign, it said, pull around back, bring your license. And as soon as I got around there, I reached in here and grabbed my book. You know, I want y'all to check this out. I gotta move something here. I gotta move it over, I'll pull it up a little bit. That way you can see it. Because there's a sticker in here, along with one of my favorite people on planet Earth. Let me get that where it don't have glare. Anyway, Bob Spooner. I got that at Matt's last year, and with his signature right there. And this is a sticker. I hadn't decided what to do with that sticker. But this is my permit book. You open it up, and I'm not going to show you my credentials here. Let me get this stuff out of the way. But you open it up. It's got my cab card. It's got my IFTA agreement. It's got my insurance cab card. It's got my certificate of liability insurance. It's got my trailer certificate or IRP or tag plate, an annual inspections. It's got my UCR agreements, everything that I need to run this truck and be compliant going up and down the road is nicely in this 3-ring binder right here with Mr. Bob Spooner on the cover here. So when I pulled around there, I reached for that. I reached for my paperwork because I know the thing, it only said, or the sign, it said pull around there with your license. But anyway, I wasn't taking no chances. I grabbed my paperwork for the load. I grabbed my book, and as soon as I done like this, it was the state trooper. He said, "Hey man, I know that sign flagged you to bring in your license." He said, "But what I pulled you around here," he said, "I want to go ahead and do an inspection real quick." He said, "You got your," and he looked and seen in my hand. He said, "Oh, you got it all." I said, "Yeah, I was bringing it all in." I said, I've had to make multiple trips back out to the truck. I said, "I bring it all in." He said, "Well, with the COVID going on," he said, "I'm gonna ask you to remain in your truck and hold on to that for a moment, and I'm gonna run around your truck and make sure everything works. I'm gonna kick your tires and do a leak down check on my brakes." What he did is have me pump my brakes down and tell him when the lights came on, and check my headlights, the blinkers, everything. And he just walked around the truck 2 minutes and done all that, and then said, "All right, give me your credentials, give me your paperwork, cab card, IFTA, blah blah blah. I'm gonna go in here and key it all in. I'll be right with you, see if I can get you on down the road pretty quick." He was gone, no kidding, about 3 minutes. That's about all it took. I was in and out of that inspection within 10 minutes. I probably could pull the inspection up right here. Hold on, bear with me. Where are you at? I bet it's got the time on there. I bet it does. I know the ones in California, they have the time on it from the time you go in to the time you leave. Let's see, inspection date, start time. No, this ain't right. And if it is right, I guess I eat crow for what I just said, but this start date says 12:09 to 12:28, so that's 19 minutes. It didn't seem no more than 10 minutes, I promise you. I think they're wrong. Anyways, a level 2 inspection, walk around, and let's see, I haven't been this right here without showing you everything. I guess you can see my trucking information right here. I'll bend it right there where you can see my trucking information right there. It's Lloyd Trucking, and oh, how do we do this? Right there. So nice little inspection, and it was the Maryland Motor Carrier Safety Program, and it is in Finzel Scale House. Finzel, F-I-N-Z-E-L Scale House, and the officer was Officer Whitaker, super professional stand-up dude. So Mr. Whitaker, if you see this, just let you know you ain't got nothing but good blessings for me there. Anyway, it was smooth. It was in and it was out. And the thing about it is, I said all that to say what I'm saying now, and what I touched on in the beginning of this video. Always do your pre-trip. I've talked to a lot of people that says, I don't do anything until I've been driving 2 or 3 hours. Well, guess what? 2 or 3 hours, you would have done blew a tire and had nothing but sidewall. And if you're a company driver, that's all well and dandy, but if you're an owner-op, you've got to pay for that, then that's a big no-no on you. And the best way to get our attention is reach in our pockets and take our money. So I'm going to tell you right now, pre-trip, just get in the habit. I can't drive my truck down the road until I crank it up, hit all my lights. I got this little, what's it called here? In settings, it's got a lamp test. I can turn that on, and what it does, it goes through cycles with my flashers, my brake lights, my headlights, and I can't drive down the road until I do that, because it's a standard of mine. I do not fall below my standard. I will not drive a truck until I pre-trip. And for cases like that, because you know how many times I've actually done a pre-trip and I found a brake light that was out, or a blinker that wasn't working, and guess what? I go through that same scale house and get an inspection. Guess what? I just got a violation. Those violations stack up and go against your MVR and your what's that other point system? I don't know. You should know it, but I guess it's just brain fart. I'm sure you guys are going to tell me. Anyway, it stacks up those points, and with those points comes with higher insurance policies, and it can get to the point where you can lose your license. So it's a simple task, and that's why I'm preaching right now on this video, pre-trip. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go ahead and prep up, and I might go ahead and cut another video and tell you what I'm up to. So stay tuned. That video will be up probably in a day or two. See you, bye.